Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is April 20th, 2024. Here is another weekly edition. All right, so we had another weekly red bar just forming a very sharp sell-off on Friday, which kind of like a very choppy day, I should say, starting Thursday night when Israel retaliated back to Iran. And that was kind of like a very soft message, and I believe that market just got it as a like a kind of like a they both sides showing their teeth, and now everything has been resolved. And the market didn't expect kind of like a war is going to expand it or getting to the next level. However, in US session, when market started, it was kind of like a bad news from all Federal Reserve chairmen, because they were saying we are not going to even cut the rate this year. So that was kind of like a very hawkish verbiage or news for the market. Market just started panic selling. It was kind of like a sharp sell off the entire session. Nasdaq goes down 2%, I believe, that an S&P 500 goes down as well. Just touch SMA 20 on a weekly basis. Also, SPY, which is S&P 500 ETF, just traded 102 million for this ETF, so which is going to be very high volume session. And I believe that this is just a continuation. However, if we see some kind of like a rebound or bounce from this area, you shouldn't be surprised, because we just got into SMA 20, S&P 500 closed below 5,000 level, and all indicators like a stochastic MACD RSI is showing just a negative reversal. However, this one, I believe this one is showing us some kind of like a potential is coming, which is going to be IMI. IMI is, as you see here, it's kind of like a leading indicator. When market was in bullish momentum, it goes all the way up to here. And right now, IMI is just getting to the close to kind of like oversold condition. And whenever we get into this oversold condition, it's kind of like a light at the tunnel for the corrective moves or for the bears and bulls, just because it's saying probably we will get into the end of the correction in the next 2-3 weeks. But right now, we just began with the correction, and we should just expect this one is going to continue in the entire month of April, I should say, even early May. And then when we are getting to the second half of May, we should see that correction is going to be resolved and market is getting back to the bullish momentum. So no one should panic. We just kind of like at a plan for this, especially for the semiconductors. Moving on to daily chart, which we got into SMA 100. And the juicy spot still for me is going to be 4680 to 4800. So that's going to be the level that I'm just looking for as a fantastic buying opportunity. But market is just forming a very nice kind of like a shadow here on a daily chart. Seems like later hours of the session, it just bounced back up, just because this is kind of like important demand area. But the real demand area is going to be here, which is going to be, as I said, 4700 to 4800. That's going to be the level that we are just looking for as a fantastic bottom for a market. Right now, we just start buying some positions. I started buying some positions for myself on subscribers, but we are planning to add more when time is coming to our radar. All right, moving on to Nasdaq, which had a very sharp sell-off on Friday session. If I just zoom in here, you will see that this is kind of like a very kind of like a sharp engulfing on the weekly chart. So it goes below SMA 20, and I believe that Nasdaq still has more room to go to the downside to 1600 to 1600 16,100 to 16,850. And if it goes there, I believe that when this SMA 50 is coming to this demand area as well, so we should see some kind of like a buying opportunity. Potentially, it's going to be in a May time frame. So we are just looking for that one. I'm kind of like staying on the side. Lots of technology actually giving us a very good opportunity. I'm adding some stuff you can guess based on my updates, but I'm not going to release all of that. But I'm just going to tell you some of our positions or good levels down the road in this video. So make sure watch this one. Right now, we just got into important demand area here, which is 16,600 to 17,000. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for buying opportunity. And that's going to be very, very important based on the daily chart. Moving on to Dow, which hold up pretty well. Actually, Dow just stretched down below this area to 37,000. Let me just go to weekly chart first, because I'm going to show you here an interesting thing. We got into this important demand area and also stochastic. On a weekly chart, we just got pretty close to oversold condition. So this means we can have a kind of like a potential sideways consolidation here for a couple of weeks. But Dow, I should say, is very close to the bottom and can lead the market to the upside when this correction is over. So stay tuned with that one, just because Dow is showing us a good price action, especially when lots of good names are kind of like showing reversal, like a United Health, all those healthcare stocks, Pfizer as well, and also heavy value names like a Boeing actually ended up positive on Friday. Some energy names actually did very well. So we will get to those ones, but Dow shows kind of like a reversal very earlier than the other one. Moving on to gold, which kind of like um, positive again, but I should say gold is losing its momentum, and we can see some kind of like action again, getting back to 24, 20, but coming back down sharply as well. So gold ended up positive, but still looking for some kind of like a correction to 2300 area. That's going to be the level that I'm looking for gold. Moving on to, let me move on to silver, which is another interesting chart. So silver just shows very, very nice consolidation. I think the correction is coming within the time rather than price. So we can get down to $27, but this is going to be kind of like a good scenario for buy. Still looking for 25, 26. That's going to be a fantastic buying opportunity, but silver doesn't show that momentum yet. So if it gets there, we're going to get to those ones as well. Moving on to crude, which kind of like, let me go to my crude chart. And crude just had a very, very sharp reversal. So it's getting to over kind of like about to oversold condition in one day. You can imagine. So this one, I believe this is very, very long shadow due to geopolitical tension. It's just spiking higher to 87, coming down close 82. And right now, I'm expecting a 79 is coming. And if it goes below this 77, 78, that's going to be a good kind of like signal for us that this rally is over and we can expect more downside. Right now, I don't see that one is happened yet. All right, moving on to individual names, starting with, let me just starting with Bitcoin as usual. Let me just bring my Bitcoin chart here. So here is the Bitcoin. Bitcoin at a positive day, and we are at a positive scenario right now. Still looking for as a bounce, but this one can end up lower as well. So if market goes to another sell-off scenario, we can see sharp sell-off for the Bitcoin. 50 to 52 is coming down the road. Moving on to yield. Yield had a positive day. However, this bullish consolidation is kind of like a very bullish, especially when it goes to negative territory. But with Germans, actually, when they were talking hawkishly about the interest rate, about the monetary policy down the road, it's just going higher, still forming up another bullish consolidation. Treasury TLT is just showing a 32 cents positive, not a bad session, still holding up this 88, 82. And if it goes higher, I believe that 90 is coming. This is a good level. I believe that this is a very, very good level. This is a demand area. This is a breakout level, and it can go higher as well. Moving on to VIX, which headed to 21, but sharp sell-off after that. Regardless, market was in panic sell, but I believe that last hour of the trading session, this one is coming down sharply. So this means potentially we are going to see a bounce in a stock market. So that's what I'm saying. The bounce is going to be very, very foreseeable. Dixie coming down as well, 85 cents. This is kind of like in a no man's land right now. Why I'm saying no man's land? Just because we had fantastic movement to the upside, but everyone is just waiting for kind of like a better expectation from Federal Reserve. So Dixie is showing some kind of like a top information, but bullish consolidation. So it's kind of like a confusing for everyone. So that's why I would rather to stay on the side on this. Magma indicator, this one is broken to the downside, is coming down. I believe that's still bounce is going to be a potential for sell. So we are kind of like at this scenario. Apple, it comes to my fantastic level. So that's going to be a good first buy if you want to be Apple participant for the next rally. So this is going to be a good spot. The next spot is going to be 154 to 157. So I believe 165 is going to be a good Apple at this environment, at least. And next week we will have earning as well. So that's going to be a great kind of like a week as well for lots of big techies, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, and those ones are going to just announce their earnings as well. So far, earnings were pretty good. Banks did well, American Express did well, financials did well, and also Netflix did a great, I should say, earning report, but market didn't like it. Market just go down sharply. We'll get to that one. Amazon is coming down as well. It's just obviously broken the trend line. It's just heading down. Potentially 153 is coming. Moving on to Meta, which is engulfing to the downside, $20 lost. If Meta goes below this 455, it can go all the way down to 400. Microsoft is coming down as well to the neckline. If it's just closed below $400. So if it goes below this pivot, I should say Microsoft can go all the way down 360 to 380. Moving on to Google, coming down as well, still holding up pretty nicely. Netflix, look at that. So sharp sell-off after earnings. Selling pressure was the entire session. However, earning was great. So there is nothing wrong with this stock. Yeah, price-wise, it is overpriced. So we need to get some correction for next buying opportunity. So that's why correction is there. So Tesla coming down sharply as well this week. We will have Tesla earnings. So stay tuned for this one. Moving on to semiconductor index. This one is coming down as well sharply. Semiconductors are having more downside to go, and that's going to be the leader for Nasdaq to the downside. SOX, the same pattern here. It can go to 180. Taiwan Semiconductor is coming down. There should be a possible bottom here at 123, but still it can be a bounce. AMD, sharp sell-off. Look at that, 5%, 44% to the downside. AMD can go to 140. Even this is kind of like a juicy spot. I should say 135 to 140. That's going to be a great area. NVIDIA, 10% sharp to the downside. NVIDIA can go to 680. So I believe that this is kind of like the scenario, this middle of this candle, which is going to be 794, that's going to be a good level for sell because market will show some kind of like a pullback and then coming down as well. So we should just take it as a bounce. Texas Instruments, sharp sell-off coming down. So if it goes below this 154, it can go all the way down to 148. Lam Research coming down as well. Moving on to financials, which had a fantastic move, kind of like a reversal. So that's why Dow Jones pulled up pretty well on Friday's session. Actually, ended up positive. KBE, not what a reversal, 2.33% to the upside. KRE Regional Banks, fantastic reversal, good level here, so that's why it goes higher. JP Morgan, sharp reversal to the upside. I believe that correction is down. Probably we will see another C wave is coming, and that C wave is not going to be a dip. Potentially it goes to 174, and then that's it. Goldman Sachs uptick today as well. So 89, I mean, like on Friday, 89 cents up. Bank of America, $1.20 up. Great move. Wells Fargo still sharping to the upside. This is a bullish consolidation. Fantastic momentum to the upside. Gold miners, gold GDX coming up today as well. So GDXJ, the same pattern though. AEM, great move for AEM, 37 cents up. Newmont uptick as well. So if Newmont goes above 42, that's going to be a huge buying opportunity to 57. I believe that Newmont is challenging the bearish momentum. If it goes higher, we can see lots of uptick momentum to the upside. Franco Nevada, just a doji bar, 20 cents down. still dealing with that 122 to 125. Gold Barrick at 12 cents up as well. Moving on to energy. So that's why I'm saying Dow just performed better because energy did well. So XLE goes up, XOP, oil and gas exploration ETF goes up as well. OIH goes up as well. So it didn't go to this demand area. Still, there is going to be a chance. Exxon Optic as well and Chevron goes very well. So when I see these names, I should say money is coming to kind of like those names who beaten lastly, like a Pfizer. Look at the Pfizer chart, or go to like a Johnson and Johnson. It goes down as well. So lots of healthcare names actually just beaten up, and money is going to those ones as well. So we will see how it goes. Next week is going to be earning sessions for lots of big names. So still we can see some kind of like a very, very volatility, choppy market down the road, but I shouldn't say that we should expect some kind of like a rally next week. So probably that's going to be the bounce, and market can take it as a very, very good buying opportunity, but just be careful because seasonally still I'm just looking for this correction is going to be end by some kind of like early to mid-May. So we will see how it goes. Have a fantastic weekend. See you on the chart, folks. Bye-bye.